Hey everyone, welcome back to Global Bike Buzz. Today we're spending some serious time with a machine that has carried its name through motocross history like a badge of honor, the 2026 Yamaha YZ125. This isn't just another release on the calendar, this is a redefinition of Yamaha's two-stroke legacy. If you've ever thrown a leg over O's in the past, you know that riding one is more than a Sparta, it's an experience. A pulse-quickening mix of sound, smell, and speed. And for 2026, Yamaha's engineers have sharpened every edge, lightened every ounce, and tuned every note to create a bike that is ready to thrill the new generation while still making seasoned riders grin like they're 16 again. At first glance, it's all about aggression and focus. Standing in front of the 2026 YZ125, you can almost feel it staring back at you, daring you to push harder. The front fender is slightly more streamlined than last year's, designed to channel wind and fling dirt out of the way before it can coat your vision or goggles. The fork tubes glint in the light, their Kashima coating promising buttery smooth travel even after a hard day of pounding through whoops. The number plate sits tucked in tight, a slab of readiness that frames the bike's profile with a racer's stance. No fluff, no wasted plastic, just what you need to get down to business. Shifting to the side, the proportions are absolutely on point. The frame's central spine hugs the engine like it was sculpted by hand, its aluminum spars polished yet purposeful. The airbox intake shrouds are designed for maximum airflow with minimal drag, and you can tell Yamaha has obsessed over every millimeter to keep the bike slim between your knees. That means when you're feathering the clutch into a berm or muscling it through a tight S-section, you're not fighting the bike, you're working as one. The expansion chamber swells out of the engine with that unmistakable two-stroke bulge, hinting at the snap and scream you're about to unleash. The silencer tucks neatly in place, still a compact aluminum unit, but with slightly reworked baffling that adds crispness to the exhaust tone without losing that iconic high-pitched wail. Around the back, there's not an ounce of excess. The tail section is minimalist, the rear fender sitting high and clear, with just the right arc to deflect mud without acting like a parachute. The seat is long, flat, and grippy, letting you slide forward to weight the front wheel in a flat turn or scoot back for extra stability when hammering through a sandy straight. The rear shock linkage is tucked neatly away, protected but still easily accessible for trackside adjustments. Even the chain guide feels race peak strong, minimal, and ready to keep the drivetrain tracking true lap after lap. But we have to get into the beating heart of this thing, because Yamaha didn't just carry over the same old motor. The 125cc, liquid-cooled, two-stroke engine now gets re-engineered port timing, new crankshaft balancing, and a reworked cylinder head for more precise combustion. The carburetor remains a tried-and-true Kin PWK, but it's now mated to updated jetting specs tuned to the new airflow characteristics. And that reed valve assembly, redesigned for faster opening and closing response, which means when you snap the throttle, the bike reacts instantly and no lag, no hesitation. Yamaha has also optimized the gearbox ratios, giving you a little more room in second and third to stretch the engine's legs in the mid-range before hitting the power band's crescendo. The first time you fire it up, the sound is intoxicating. That crisp, metallic ring-ding at idle builds into a snarling scream as you twist the grip, and the smell of pre-mix drifts up like perfume for gearheads. Out on the track, the bike feels alive under you, begging to be revved but forgiving enough to chug through a slow corner without stalling. The power delivery is a perfect blend of tractable low-end and explosive top-end, is smooth enough for technical sections, but with enough punch to clear a big triple when you commit. The suspension, the Kib speed-sensitive system forks and a fully adjustable Kib rear shock soak up landings like you are dropping onto a mattress, but still transmit just enough feedback to tell you what the dirt is doing. Braking is sharp and progressive. The front lever has a light pull and excellent bite, letting you dive late into corners without upsetting the chassis. The rear brake has that perfect balance between control and lockup, making it a tool rather than a crutch. Cornering feels natural, you lean. The bike follows a no wrestling match, no surprises, and the weight, just over 200 pounds wet, which means it flicks side to side like a bicycle compared to heavier four-strokes. In terms of real-world usability, Yamaha has kept maintenance straightforward. The air filter is a quick swap job, pop the side panel and it's in your hands in seconds. The clutch plates are easy to access, piston swaps are an afternoon project, and the frame is open enough that you don't need to pull the whole bike apart just to reach a spark plug. This keeps downtime low and fun time high, especially for privateers and weekend warriors who wrench in their own garage. Now, talking money, because while two-strokes are generally easier on the wallet over time, the upfront cost is still something you've got to plan for. In the US, Yamaha's MSRP hovers around $7,600, but that's before dealer fees and taxes. In the European market, you're looking at roughly $7,000 to $7,500 depending on location. And for countries with high import duty as Pakistan, for example, you could see prices in the PKR 3.4 to 3.6 million range. It's an investment, sure, but one that buys you race-ready performance, decades of Yamaha engineering, and a machine that will hold its value in the motocross world. The beauty of the YZ125 is that it's not locked into one type of rider. For a beginner wanting to learn proper clutch and throttle control, it's forgiving enough to grow with. For an expert chasing lap times, it's light, responsive, and more than happy to be ridden on the ragged edge. And for someone who's been out of the game for a while and wants to relive that raw, connected riding experience that modern four-strokes sometimes mute, the YZ125 is basically a time machine with better suspension. So, here's the takeaway after a full day with the 2026 Yamaha YZ125. Yamaha hasn't reinvented the wheel here, they've refined it to perfection. They've respected the DNA of this legendary platform while polishing every element to make it sharper, lighter, and more responsive. It's the kind of bike that makes you want to stay for just one more lap, long after the sun has dipped below the tree line. Whether you're aiming for a podium or just want to feel the thrill of a two-stroke screaming through the gears, this machine delivers in spades. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive on Global Bike Buzz. If this kind of no-nonsense, pure performance motorcycle makes